Hello. In class, we just talked about what a mandala is and how a mandala, the word mandala, loosely means working in a circle and having unity with the universe. And that's where the circle comes from, meaning that everything just is working together. Today we're going to make a mandala. I've made an example for you. And actually what I did is I cut it into pieces, which we'll get to later. But basically, a mandala is a design that works in a circle in which all four segments are the same. For example, these two. These are the exact same designs, just done twice. Here's the exact same design done a third time. And here's the exact same design done a fourth time. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make our circle, and then we're going to start developing our designs. We'll have a day to work on our designs and adding colors and details. And on the third day, what we'll do is we'll cut our design like I have here, and we'll have the opportunity to move it around, in which it's no longer a mandala, it's still a radial design. Radial means it works in a circle. It will still be radial, but we're going to kind of do something funky with it and turn it into a quilt sort of design in which we can kind of play with its shapes, or maybe try shapes like this. I don't know. In which we'll kind of play with geometry on our last day and glue them together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them all together, and it will create this large, beautiful quilt-looking paper project thing. So anyways, here's our first step. What we want to do is find the middle of our paper. The easiest way, oh wait, I'm sorry. Before we do that, I need to write my name, my table color, and my class code. Grade, and first letter of the teacher's name. I'm going to write down 2 vocab words, and I'm going to try to put this all in the same corner just because I'm going to end up cutting this out. This is a radial design, and it's a mandala. Mandala, M-A-N-D-A-L-A, mandala. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper in half. Make sure it's lined up. This is not lined up. Make sure it's perfect. We want to find the exact center of our paper. Make sure it's lined up. Hold it still. Crease the other side. Then open it back up and do the same thing in the opposite direction. Don't be lazy. Make sure it's lined up just perfect. Okay, hold it still. Crease the other side. We've now separated it into fourths, and our center, we know where that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my paper over, because remember we want this to be the back. And so in the front, I'm going to make a dot there right in the center. Make sure it's perfectly placed in the center. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out a compass. A compass is a tool that helps people like architects and artists and engineers design things using perfect circles. If you were to design a house, you would make sure you would need a good ruler and a good compass. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see this little metal part in the middle of my compass. I'm going to line that up with the dot that I made. And then I'm going to use at least 2 fingers and hold down this plastic white part. And if you notice, that part kind of spins. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it still. I do not want that part to move because I want to make sure it's perfectly centered on that dot. I'm going to hold that part down, and I'm going to spin this orange part around in a circle. It looks like the farthest hole that I can make is about here, maybe here. There's a little 3 here. It also says 2 inches. Anyways, I'm going to put my pencil inside of that outside hole, and I'm going to rotate the compass You might need a friend to help you. Just make sure that that center stays in the middle. You're using that same hole. And there you go. Make sure it goes all the way around. And now I have my circle. A lot of mandalas have multiple circles, and so I'm going to show you how to make one more. If you notice on my design here, on this one, I had a circle on the outside, but I also had two on the inside to kind of divide up all that area in between. I'm going to try something a little different on this one, but still the same idea. Line it up in the center, hold it with 2 fingers, and put your pencil inside one of these holes that you find that seems to be a good distance for you. I'm going to use this 1.5 mark here. Notice these 2 fingers don't move. My pencil is moving, and sometimes your paper might move. Just make sure it connects. And there you go. That's step 1.